Hey, how's it going, guys? We were doing a review on the Wasp Major. They are 2206.5 2020 kV, and it is golden hour. So I'm going to show you everything that I do when I set it up here. I'm sticking Azure props on it. These are 5150 Azure props. I got the same tune as I had on the Supernova, so I'm hoping it'd be a good tune for this. We're going to do a black box just to make sure it's a good tune. The first flight that I'm going to do is without the camera, and the second flight that I'll do is with the camera if everything goes good. And the reason why we do that is I don't want to break my camera if everything doesn't go good. This Titan ratchet is really nice. I love this Titan ratchet. It makes everything fast. You can use it as a screwdriver and a ratchet too. Because the head on it swivels. So we got props out. I'm using walk snail for my unit, for my air unit, and I got a memory card in it, but I don't know if the memory card is going to work or not. If it does, I'll show you a little bit of this flight, especially if something goes wrong or whatever. But this is my first flight. All right. I'm going to sit you back a little bit more. I got the Boxer Edge remote. I really like this remote. I've not had it for long, but it's been a really good remote. We're going to turn it on here.
Welcome to HTX.
Alright. And here is my Walk Snail VRX with Fat Shark goggles. Took me a while to get used to this because I was coming from DJI. So we're going to plug those in. I need to get a different cable for this. I got a guy that's going to hook me up with one. But it works for now. Alright, that's turning on. That's on. Alright, let's do a hover test and see if this thing hovers. I'm going to flip it in horizon mode. And go ahead and turn on black box. Ooh, it's spicy. Yeah, it's got some power. Get a couple of punches like that. All right. So now I'm going to fill my motors. They're slightly warm, nothing crazy. I want to fill my ESC, fill my standoffs. They're just the motors are slightly warm, everything else is fine. Alright, so I'm going to take off, and I'm going to try to get you to see this punch. I'm going to go straight forward from the punch. We're going to just send it. I'm going to just send it. Alright, here we go. Acro mode is on. Oh yeah. Alright, we got you in the camera. I'm going to put a nice battery in there, 1380-533 Dogcom battery. These things are nice. And this one is brand spanking new. I wish I could do all my videos with brand spanking new batteries, but this one required it. Chris Roster says this is one of the best motors. Okay, so if we look at this chart, we have the Supernova up top. At the time of me ordering the Wasp Major, I watched the video and this wasn't on top. The Supernova was not added to this chart. And the top one was the Wasp Major. But we seen what happened with the Supernova. You can go back in my review, and but one of the motors caught fire while arming it, and that wasn't even recorded. But before then, the test results on in the actual field application, it was really good. And I would say it got more efficiency, and it was really fast. And but the ZT Innovate, they're really good motors. I've tried them on the field, and I really like them. They're one of my favorite ones. The Wasp Major, we're going to see what happens with it, and we're going to go down and look at more of these motors from these companies and do reviews, and I want to show you the difference between bench testing and real world application in the field, and we'll see what they actually do, because I think there is a major important lesson to be learned here, that you could bench test all you want, you can engineer things all you want, you can theorize all you want, but when you actually use it in the field, you're going to get different results. And I'm here to show you those results. Thank you. Alright, I was doing some hard flying, guys, and I'm just going to say these Wasp motors are very durable. Listen at the bearings. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. That one sounds alright, I guess. I still have a noise to it. That one went away. That one definitely didn't go away. So this one right here, making a clicking noise. This one making a growling noise. This one was clicking and it went away. And that one's kind of rough too. So that's 2 days of flying. And I have been running it hard and giving it hell. So take what you want from that. Alright, so we're going to take a look at this chart, and this is the RCinPower Wasp motor, Wasp Major, 2606.5, 2020 kV. So the design, it's a one-piece unibell with a big bearing in it. It's a really good design. It's a, for what somebody thought of and engineered and put together, it's a really great design. They've reduced the weight in the middle of it and put bigger bearings in it, and the idea of it is really good. But the quality, which is the next category, they've used cheap materials on the bearings. They must have. That's what I'm just guessing at that because of what I've experienced. The bearings are failing. I don't know if we can replace those bearings or not. That would be nice if you're able to replace them. But the quality of them, they seem to be cheap on the bearing side of it. Everything else seems great. So I'm going to have to give it an X on the quality. Now the top speed, that sucker rips. It's got 120 miles per hour here. I was going faster than 120 miles per hour. So anything past 90 miles per hour, that's a pretty good motor. The torque, it's punchy, really punchy. I flew the AOS Supernova motors, and those are punchy. These are just about the same punchiness as the or the same torque as the AOS. Let's say the Supernova is just a little bit more on the torque. The efficiency on these, that first flight, I got a pretty long flight. I noticed around 4 minutes. So I know it ain't super long to some people, but 4 minutes, if you're ripping around doing tricks and everything and running it hard, 4 minutes is a long time. So the efficiency is good. Durability, it speaks for itself. We've been talking about the durability this whole time, or halfway through the video here, and so the fact that the bearings are failing, the durability, I don't know how many flights I'll be able to even get out of it anymore. I've messaged the company and hopefully they'll respond. Okay, responsiveness. So how responsive is it? That sucker turned on a dime, and I felt locked in when it was running great. I felt really good. So I'm going to give it a check on the responsiveness. The weight's 33 grams. That's anything over 35 grams. I feel like it's starting to get in the heavy category. So the weight is pretty good. The cost, $25. I got these for $24, so they were under $25. $25. Anything past $25, we're starting to get into higher end motors like the Supernovas. They were a little bit more. But anything past $25, you're starting to get into a higher category, and the cost of it for what we do is a little too much. And that's just, that's based on my opinion, and I thought that was a good number to set. And I might be a cheapskate. Okay, tunability. So what I mean by this tunability is, are you able to have stock PIDs and ESCs and just throw them on and play with it? No. Is it a bad thing? Not necessarily, but can a beginner use this motor? No. A beginner cannot use this motor. It's not easy to tune. The motors will get hot if you put it on stock PIDs. So you're going to really need to know how to tune a drone, or get somebody to help you tune a drone before putting these motors on your drone. So the tunability, the easiness of the tunability, it's a no for me. So we got 10 categories here. It's a 7 out of a 10. So that's how I'm ranking all the motors for now. And now you've seen my chart, and you're going to see this chart every time that I rank motors from now on. And I'm probably going to come up with a chart for, if I'm reviewing a frame or a drone, and or so on, so forth. But that's what I think about them. Now, would I buy them again? Maybe. If I have a DJI FPV, and I know not to freaking wreck that thing. So maybe if I want like a drag quad, something that just goes really fast and does acrobatics in the air and not power looping stuff and going around trees, yeah, I would buy them again. But for a freestyle or a racing, no, not at all. These motors to me are something you show off to your friend on a drone that's lightweight and it goes really, really fast. That's what I feel like these motors are for. That's my opinion. I don't know what else you'd use them for, because if you're racing, you could hit a gate and hit the ground, and you're going to have problems with your tune, because you're going to have noise in your motors, and they're going to be they're going to be creating noise to your flight controller because of the vibrations. And that's the whole thing you want to get rid of, is vibrations. You don't want to get more vibrations, you want to get rid of them. And so these motors is for people that don't crash, that want to do acrobatic or cinematic flying. And that's all my opinion. And you've seen the results, you've seen the speed and everything. It was a great experience, but I got a DJI FPV already. I don't need to know.